Very cool. I was worried about Joe for a while. We didn't see him for 3 months. I thought he had died, but I think he's back with us. In the meantime, we got this is probably a 7 footer, and look at the bumps the gator has. Yeah, it is alive, but yeah, they don't move unless they really have to, especially in a cold morning. One time, an anhinga landed on a gator head, where all this tall vegetation is. Can't really see it, but it's deep in that vegetation. And what this mother alligator does is she clumps up rotting vegetation. That's what warms up the eggs. She lays 60 eggs in there. She knows only 10 out of 60 will survive. Everything wants to eat a baby gator, so they don't have a good survival rate, which is okay. Because if we had too many gators here, that would be a problem. But there's mama gator at least. I don't see her babies yet. They're hiding. But she will fiercely protect her young for 2 or 3 years. You're looking at one of the most dangerous kind of gators, really, a mama gator. It's kind of like mama bear. Water. We got probably a 3-year-old baby gator hanging out there.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Staying near the mother, always a good idea when you're that small and tasty. 50 feet out in the middle of the river, look for a big gray floating potato going upriver. It's going to be hard to see. It might come up for air. They're mammals like us. They come up for air about every. Look at that smile. You'll notice all the gators out here are happy. Great place to live.
Hello. I had a pretty busy day today. I got up early and drove about 20 miles to a state park and took just a phenomenal boat ride down the river. Saw so many alligators. It was, Leah and I took a airboat ride when we came up from Texas last year in Louisiana. It was $50 a person, and we saw a handful of like baby alligators. This was $9, and it's run by the park, and actual forest rangers drive the boat and tell you what you're seeing. And it cost $4 to get into the park, so it was $13. Just no comparison. So then after that, I went to the lab specimen aquarium. They collect and harvest species from the Gulf, shrimp and crabs and anemone and sponges and whatever. They study them, and they also provide specimens for other labs. It wasn't the greatest thing, and it was $12. But I figure it's a donation. They're working a lot on, saving habitats and making sure certain animals don't get endangered. So then after that, Dottie and I went to the Gulf. We went on a beach and sat there for a while. I got a little bit of sun and it got really kind of hot. So then I drove up to Crawfordville, which is, a small town, maybe like the size of Wapaka, and did my laundry. And on the way back, I stopped at the, what's it called? Hamanakers. Anyway, they have make their own smoked meat, and I got a brisket sandwich there that was just amazing. I finally got my brisket. They don't make it up north like they make it down here. It was really good. So tomorrow I'm heading over to Gulf Breeze to spend a night. And I think instead of going over to Biloxi, I probably will just start heading north. I've kind of seen what it is like here on the Gulf. If I go to Biloxi, it's just more where I am now in Panacea. They call it the Forgotten Coast. There is not tourist at all. It is. I tried to find like a souvenir shop. It'd be like going to Clintonville and trying to find a souvenir shop. It's just these people just live here, for the winter, most of them. But it's not a place where people come to spend vacations. There's not big condos and fancy hotels. There's just little cottages, and it would be a nice place if you wanted to come down for the winter and not have to deal with all the traffic in the city is like, Pensacola and Biloxi and Panama Beach, where it is touristy. So after I go to Gulf Breeze, I don't see any reason to go to Biloxi, so I'll probably just start heading home. I don't think it's going to take me as long to get back as it did to come down, because there's nothing really that I care to stop and see unless I spend a night in Mississippi. I haven't really looked that far ahead, but certainly isn't anything in Illinois or Wisconsin that I would stop to see. So maybe I'll be back as early as Friday night or Saturday. So these little chats are going to be coming to an end. I hope you've enjoyed, sharing my adventure with me. So see you from Gulf Breeze tomorrow. Love you. Miss you. Bye.